But give me a second. I'm drawing a blank here. Yeah, we'll relax. We can edit. We can edit for sure. I really good. Awesome. Welcome everybody to Buenas. My name is Jesus Garcia. With me here is Isaiah Castellon, and we are going to be playing Loteria. But we're also going to be talking about something that's super important happening here at Northbrook and in the community. And Isaiah here is kind of the starting point of all that. So we wanted to give you kind of a spotlight. We wanted to give a little shine to the things that you're doing in the community. And this is the best way I know how, is playing Loteria. You know, just usually when you play, you're with your family and stuff. And you know, everybody's chismeando, like I said, you know, and you're just talking about stuff. So we're going to keep it light and easy, and we'll ask you a couple questions, and we'll be good.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yeah.
Awesome. So you want to start off with a little more about yourself and your background?
Yeah. I turned 18 in, well, less than a week.
Okay.
My birthday's on Sunday. And
Nice.
Let's see. I am currently 17. Obviously.
Right.
It's a Pisces season, so I'm a Pisces.
Are you into astrology and stuff like that?
Very much.
Yeah? You believe in it?
I really love astrology.
I haven't gotten into it. I don't know why. I think it's difficult for me to, like, figure it all out. But if you're happy, I'm happy.
What else? I'm in choir and theater.
Okay, here at Northbrook.
Yes.
Yeah, and we're at Northbrook High School, in case I didn't think I mentioned that. But Northbrook High School, which you're a student of, and you said you were part of the theater and
Choir. Yes. And it is my senior year, so it is my last year.
It is your last year.
Yes.
And how's that been? How's senior year been? I mean, mine was I think it was pretty easy. You know, kind of senior years when you just, like, relax. And
Senioritis was kind of hitting, though.
Yeah, and then COVID happened your junior year, no, is what you had said?
Yes, junior year is when COVID had hit.
So
in the middle.
In the middle of junior year?
Yes.
You think it was easier that COVID year or right now this senior year? What was easier for you, you think?
For me, during COVID, we had to try and be in school or be on online and doing online in school. Mm-hmm. It's really difficult going back and forth, going from doing your work online and doing your work online in school.
What did you think, what year was easier for you? We know COVID hit your junior year, and then now your senior year with senioritis and everything. Yeah. Which one was more easier for you to, like, navigate?
I'm probably going to have to say junior year.
Your junior year?
Yes.
Is it because you were just at home and...
No, I had forced myself to come to school.
Wait.
In person.
You had to come here?
Yes, we had a choice of either online or in person in school. Uh-huh. I knew what was to come if I were to go online.
Yeah, you weren't going to do anything.
No, exactly. So
I don't blame you.
I went straight to coming to school almost every day. Because there are those days.
Yeah. And how was that like having to come to school during COVID and stuff? Because you could have stayed home if you wanted to, right?
Yes. It was kind of difficult because you would have to constantly wear the mask and the social distancing. Here, we had arrows in the hallways on the floor taped and telling you which way you can go, which way you can't go, because the halls were divided.
Oh, so you had to, like, make sure you were staying in your spot.
If you walk on this side, you're going to walk that way. If you walk on this side, you're going to walk that way.
Dang. They were really strict then.
Yes.
Well, I mean, it's logical with COVID and everything. We didn't want people to get sick and stuff. But you're from the neighborhood?
Yes.
How long have you been here? Born and raised?
Yep.
Born and raised.
Born and raised, except for maybe 5th grade, where I moved to, like, Las Vegas.
To Las Vegas?
Yeah.
And then you just came back over here? That's crazy.
Family. Yeah,
there you go. So from Spring Branch to Las Vegas for, like, 1 year. We don't talk about that year, though.
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
We don't leave that. So the reason that we are interviewing you here is because at Northbrook and at Springwoods as well, which you can tell by the little color design that we made. When COVID happened, something happened.
Yes.
And unfortunately, from what I've heard, is that the funding was lost for you guys to have a prom.
Yes, that is one of the big things.
And I mean, prom, I think it's a big year of the end of the year event that kind of brings you into the next phase of your life. It's like all through high school you wanted to do that, and then prom is like the celebration of everything. So what are you? So you lost the funding.
Yes, we had lost almost about 2 years of that.
2 years of the funding.
Yes.
And when did you learn about this happen? Was it that junior year that you were like, they told you guys that, hey, we weren't going to have money for the prom?
They told us, like, our beginning of the senior year, they were like, we need help. Try to do stuff so that we can get money for prom.
Yeah.
There was make GoFundMes. They were having fundraisers, going out and trying to get donations from other people. Like, for example, for theater, we had tried to get donations, and we went outside to McDonald's and do that.
It's just like holding up signs and stuff?
Pretty much, and holding with cans. I started to GoFundMe, which was kind of a problem.
It was?
Yes.
Why was it a problem?
Because it had the school's name on it, and it had it wasn't only about me. It said more about the school too.
Right.
And that's not supposed to be said out in the open.
Right. So there is like I'm not really sure, but like they don't want you to like say that it's like Northbrook being involved and stuff like that. When it's
if they said that it was fine for me, if I were to do it, like if it was for me.
Right. Like if it was
for me, then yeah.
And did you get in trouble for that or no?
Yes and no. I got spoken to.
You got spoken to?
They had told me and warned me. They're like, you can't be making a GoFundMe because that is not an accepted account.
Oh, like a
form of
and stuff.
Yeah.
Like for them to get to you. And I mean, what was the good part? You said yes and no. What was the no part that happened? Like, okay, so they talked to you. They said you weren't allowed to do this. And what came out of that?
What came out of that was the community project prom. I was invited by the principal to the meeting and to also get volunteers to come to the meeting as well.
Yeah.
A meeting that is supposed to be of a bunch of sponsors and well-known people around the community to try and raise and earn money for both Northbrook and Springwoods.
Yeah, because Springwoods also lost the funding as well.
Yes.
So it wasn't just Northbrook, it was
Springwoods.
And
as well.
if for people who don't know and you're watching, Northbrook and Springwoods are part of the Spring Ranch Independent School District. They are on the north side of I-10. And they both lost their funding. It's kind of a rivalry between the two, because they're on this side of the tracks and stuff. But it's sad to see that both of the schools had to lose the funding. But with you doing the GoFundMe, with them saying like, hey, this isn't allowed, of that came out the community project prom.
Yes.
And that was, like you said, a bunch of people coming together to try to raise money and stuff for the proms.
Yes.
So in a way, the GoFundMe that you decided to start, became this beautiful thing. Yeah. And now a bunch of people, I've been to the meetings as well. And I've seen you there. I think that's where we met.
Yes.
But yeah, it's just people coming together, community advocates and parents and principals who want to see the kids have a prom. What of that, the community project stuff, what made you want to do the GoFundMe? Like, was prom something super important to you and you were like, I got to do this GoFundMe? Or was it just like, nobody's doing it? Well, not nobody's doing anything, but like, maybe this will work. And you were just like, let's start the GoFundMe.
Prom had hit me in the face.
Prom had hit you in the face?
Yes.
Because you in a good way or a bad way?
In more of a good way.
Okay. So you wanted prom to happen?
Yes.
Like it was something that you were excited to
when it hit me in the face, I had slightly forgot that there was such thing as prom. I would just been homecoming, and then, oh, wait, there's a prom.
Yeah, right.
Senior year.
Yeah.
I had a lot of kids are like, oh, so themes for prom. Oh, how much are tickets? There wasn't even a prom venue picked out.
Right.
So we had to discuss it, and I was like, with my friends, so prom, right? Because I'm a class officer as well.
Okay. And
nothing came out of it. There was no prom ideas. So I was like, okay. We had an assembly as well that day, that same day that I had the idea. A bunch of other kids at the assembly had said, yes, we should make a GoFundMe because I had brought it up. And it was an uproar of noise from the kids. I'm like, okay, that's a good thing. That shows that we have spirit and they're gonna try. That they want to prom. All of that kind of came down after finding out that I wasn't supposed to and not allowed to do that.
Okay, so it was like you made the GoFundMe, you came up with the idea, everybody was like, yeah, let's do it, and then everything just kind of just like, so it was just like, you know, you wanted to have the prom and just kind of people weren't giving like good ideas and stuff, or stuff wasn't happening, you were like, well, let me just start this.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then you went and did it.
Yeah, I had to take the step. I couldn't exactly see much people, so I had to. And I felt like my friends and I had very much opportunities to help out and explore by telling the world and our friends and peers.
Yeah, for sure. It's good. It starts with just that one thing that, you know, that's all it takes. All you did was make I'm not trying to make it sound small, but what you did was you just took that initiative and you just, you know, went to GoFundMe, you typed up the stuff and put it out there. And then now, you know, everything that's happening now is happening. How many people do you think didn't know that you guys weren't going to have a prom? Did they tell the whole school? Like, it was an announcement that they made to all the students?
Yes, it was. Out of 366 seniors at Northbrook High School, both including actually this is just Northbrook, because Northbrook is also with Yes Prep.
Right.
So out of the 366 Northbrook seniors, half of them only knew that there was not going to be a prom.
So only half of them knew.
Yes, half knew that there was half thoughts and had thoughts of like, oh, I'm gonna go to prom, but nobody actually thought
that they weren't gonna have it.
Nobody thought, oh, do we even have a prom?
Right.
Because we haven't had money. We had 1 to 2 years of fundraising, which was our freshman and sophomore year. And
now that, saying now, like, I know you've been posting like the prom tickets and stuff stuff that's happening. So you're saying about half of them didn't even know that you weren't going to have a prom. They just assumed that it was going to happen.
Yes.
Okay. That's crazy.
Very.
That half the people don't know that, you know, like, hey, like, we might not have a prom and people don't know that. But again, so Community Project Prom came out of that, you know, initiative that you took to set up the GoFundMe. And you want to talk about them. Do you know much about them? Like, I know you're part of the committee and stuff. Yeah. But
I know that the Community Prom Project, that the whole community from the people who came to that meeting, they had said, we need to make an event happen.
Yeah.
They decided we're going to do a color run. A color run is not any kind of competition or anything like that. It's just you go from one place to the other. You're running, you're having fun with friends, family, and you can get color thrown at you.
Color thrown at you.
Powdered color will be thrown at you, but mostly at your shirt. You will have a white shirt with a certain design of that.
Right, and then they have those little the
powdered colors, and
they're like throwing them at you.
And it all and within registration, like for adults is $25 and children under 12 are $12, and everything, all those money goes to both schools for both proms.
Yeah.
For the goal is to have 20,000.
Right.
10 for you, 10 for me.
Not me, like Springwoods.
Yeah, Springwoods and Northbrook. Right.
Yeah, so you are. I think the goal of them was trying to raise $20,000 so they could split it 10 and 10. And you know, I've been part of the committee meetings and I see them posting on Instagram like they're getting money and stuff in. You are able to go donate if you would like, if you're listening. They do have an Instagram that we will post, and they're really taking donations from like $5 all the way up to, you know, whatever it is that you can give. So, you know, if you have the time, if you have the money, the resources, or if you know somebody that wants to donate to make sure that, you know, Northbrook and Springwoods have proms going on, feel free. We'll post the link and their Instagram. People can go check it out. But yeah, so Community Project Prom, like we said, was just a bunch of people coming together and just wanting to make sure that you guys have a nice little end of the year party and stuff.
I mean, I would think we deserved it.
I think so too. I do think that. Like I said, man, like prom was like, prom wasn't really anything to me. Like I didn't really care much about it, but I think it is kind of like I said, is that transition to the next phase, because you know, you're a senior, go to prom. After that, you basically don't see your friends anymore. You graduate, you go to colleges, stuff happens, you enter adulthood.
Life.
So yeah, life comes at you fast, and it is super. Yeah, it's super. I think it's a nice little party to have. You know, one last hoorah.
Yeah, last school thing memory.
Yeah, yeah. Are you excited?
Very.
Now that you, I mean, you started it all, and now you're having it.
I'm so excited that, and it was the theme for Northbrook prom.
Yeah,
is somewhat my idea, but at the same time, with everyone, other the class officers, we had decided we're gonna make a theme, The Great Gatsby.
Okay.
The Roaring 20s.
Right. Did you ever read the book?
Oh, of course.
You did?
I read the book, watched the movie.
I'm gonna say I watched the movie. I didn't read the book. I wasn't a very
Leonardo DiCaprio and Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, they're good-looking guys for sure. Yeah, it was a good movie. Did they make you read the book, or you read it just?
Both. Okay, I had read it before out of fun, and then
out of fun.
Then school was like, here, read this.
Go ahead and read this.
Yeah, I was like, I can't read it when you force me to. I can read it on my own.
Right, yeah. It's like different when someone makes you do something. Like, I'll do it on my own. Just don't tell me to do it, because then I'm not going to do it. But yeah, I mean, when is the prom? Do you know the date?
Our prom, Northbrook prom, is on May 13th.
Okay.
Funny. Friday the 13th.
Oh, nice. Nice little.
At 7 p.m. to 11 at the Crystal Ballroom.
The Crystal Ballroom.
Which is downtown next to Rice University.
Wow, so you guys got a nice venue then. You went from not having a prom.
We went from having the idea of a prom being at the cafeteria.
No way.
Yeah.
That was something that they were talking about?
Yes. We had 3 options. The cafeteria or 2 different types of ballrooms. One was way too expensive.
Yeah.
We didn't have that.
Right.
The first choice for us at the beginning of this year was here at Northbrook in the cafeteria. And now, February of 2022, it is now going to happen at a really big ballroom downtown that looks amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome. Way to go, from cafeteria to downtown.
Yeah.
Are you gonna rent out a limo and stuff and go out with your friends?
Yes.
You guys already have all that planned and stuff?
Yeah, we did.
Nice.
My friend was like, okay, so we're picking you up first. We're gonna go from here to there to McDonald's after.
Gotta hit the McDonald's up.
Gotta.
Have to. That's awesome, man. That's great. I'm happy to hear that. You guys are gonna be able to have a prom. And you being from Northbrook, we don't have anybody from Spring Woods to be here to represent and kind of talk about their prom, which I wish we would have, just so that, they can kind of talk about their stuff. But I mean, I'm sure they're in the same situation where like some people didn't even know that prom wasn't gonna happen.
Yeah.
And now it is because
I have friends from Spring Woods.
Yeah.
So some of them had also came to me. They're like, "Are y'all having a prom?" I'm like, "Well, it's pretty much undecided. We probably will, but at our school." How about you? They're like, oh, we're also still having trouble with trying to buy a venue and think of decorations and all kinds of food, everything that goes into making a prom, which is a lot.
Right. It is a lot of money, I'm sure. And how many people, do you know how many people are in your graduating class?
In Northbrook, at least, it's 366. Mixed together should be 526. Or at least 600.
That is a lot of kids. And I think, don't they give you like food and stuff?
Yes, at prom, and our prom at Northbrook is going to be mixed with both Yes Prep and Northbrook.
Oh yeah, you do have. That's right. Yes Prep is part of Northbrook, and Yes Prep is just another school that kind of shares the building with you guys here at Northbrook. So, and were they gonna have a prom too, or they were just under you guys? Like it was like Northbrook and then Yes Prep, or they had a separate prom?
We're together.
You are together?
Yes.
Okay.
We might be separated like in the school, but when we comes to other school
events and stuff like that?
Yes. Yeah. We're together.
So like homecoming and stuff, they'll come with you guys as well. Wow. So it wasn't just you guys, it was also that school that wasn't gonna have a prom. That is tough. now, right?
Yes, it has its pros and cons.
You think so?
Yes. Pros, a lot of kids are actually coming. We're getting our work done,
Right.
and we could see our friends. And for some of us, school is the only place we can see our friends.
Yeah.
And it was kind of difficult because you're used to having almost nobody at school with you because of COVID and all the social distancing and mask. And then the year coming, you rushed in with, it's almost like a regular day back at high school.
Right.
No COVID had happened.
So it was like a quick turnaround. It was like one day it was nobody here, and then the next day
Pretty much.
everybody
But that
was
was
back here.
the summer.
That was in the summer.
Yes. The summer had changed it.
Did they have a prom last year?
No.
They didn't have a prom.
Problem with the prom last year due to COVID, was they had it at a parking lot in Darrell Tully Stadium.
Okay.
They had fun. There was music. There were also a bunch of souvenirs. They had cups that have. They're also theirs is almost Roaring 20s.
Oh, they kind of like a similar theme. Yeah. Well, they could with what they had.
Yes.
Is what you're trying to say,
Yes.
right? So, I mean, kind of a prom
Yeah.
at a parking lot, but I think so. Then after that, the funding really just went out the door with that.
Pretty much.
That's crazy to have a prom in the parking lot. Maybe they'll come back and
that was an idea.
Maybe we'll raise so much money that we'll be like, you know what, let's give them the prom that they deserve. We'll come and bring them back in.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is the point. And then also I know we talked about kind of the fun run that they're having. It is March 26th.
Yes. It's at 10 a.m.
At 10 a.m.
Yes. But those who are wanting to volunteer, it should be going to be from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. The fun run should end around 12.
Right. So March 26th at 10 o'clock is when the actual event is happening.
Yes.
And this is being put on by the Project Prom Committee. It's their big event that they're going to do to try to fundraise more money to come in. And again, you said, it's a fun run. We're going to do it on a trail, I believe, here in Spring Branch.
It is the Mnora Bike Trail.
Which is right here, I think. It's like right down the street. Isn't it like right over?
It is that one.
Oh, right here? We can see it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's where it's going to be at. And this is kind of their big push to kind of get a little bit more money. It is for adults and kids. It's for basically anybody who wants to come.
Anybody in the community.
And join it. Yeah, and you said adults $25?
Yes.
And then kids?
Children 12 and under are for $12.
Okay, for $12. And I think it'll be a fun event. I think if we're able to get a lot of people to come out, get the whole community out.
It is also a good place to be with your friends. It might not be something competitive, but it's a trail. You can be having races with your friends.
Yeah.
People will be throwing colors
at you.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Fun.
Honestly, I don't. Have you ever done one of those?
No, I have not.
I mean, neither. I don't see what's so fun about having colors thrown at me, though.
Well, that's the thing. Your eyes are going to be protected.
Oh, okay.
Because in the registration packet, it comes with a white shirt that has the design for the community project prom, and then since it'd be washed in some kind of vinegar.
Yeah.
Whenever they throw the colors at you,
it dyes.
It's gonna stay on your shirt,
right.
even if you were to wash it. After some time, maybe.
Yeah, I hope you wash it right after.
Yeah.
Please don't keep that dirty shirt on. But yeah, that should be fun. I think it's something new. I don't think we've ever had a fun run here in Spring Branch, and I've been here for a long time, but I don't think we've had an event like that. So it's something new. It's something fresh that they're trying to bring into it. And again, all the proceeds for this, the registrations and stuff are going to the committee and you guys having to have a prom.
Yeah.
I know, $10,000 is kind of what they're shooting for and stuff. But I think they're hoping to have, if we do hit the mark and then we get more or they get more money and stuff, I think it'd be good that way, future.
Yeah. We do plan to do this project, the fun run and color run, again next year. It's a thing that we're trying to put. It's right now it's an infant stage, trying to get it out there into the known, and in saying that if we were to raise more money than what we want for the goal, the money that's over the goal, that can go for the classes of past, for example, the
Right.
class of 23.
Right.
And for some, it can go to school. For the example, the class has to leave a gift sometimes.
Oh yeah, they do have to do that, don't
Yes.
they? Like, that's fun. You know what? I always like the time capsules and stuff. That was always a cool idea. I don't know if we ever did that. Did we ever do that, John? Yeah.
That is a good idea.
Well, we went to
talk-
Springwood. I don't know if we ever had the money to do but that was always fun. They do have to leave a gift sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, that is true. So, yeah, the more money, the better, I think, for everybody all around, not just Northbrook, but also Springwoods, which, again, they weren't able to be here, but we wish they could be. You know, with everything that we talked about, again, you know, it may not seem that it was a big thing that you did, but just that small step that you took, that initiative to kind of start that GoFundMe and start a conversation around it. And it started a lot of things, you know, like now you have, look at where we're at now. You're having a prom. Springwoods is having a prom. It's amazing what one step, one small little detail or change can do, right? And it's like a domino effect that keeps rolling over. So, yeah, March 26th, right, is the fun run, the big event, the Project Prom Committee. Mm-hmm. You guys are having your prom in May. Springwoods is having it somewhere around the same time. Yes. And I think, again, what you did, it was amazing.
BUENAS.
And I lost.
Yeah.
So we're going to chalk that up on the board. And I think that'd be it. But again, man, thank you so much for, you know, allowing us to talk to you. BUENAS is about spotlighting and celebrating people like yourself in the community who kind of take that initiative to kind of create some change or inspire people. And that's exactly what you did. Sure, GoFundMe, you did that. Yeah. So thanks a lot. I think Northbrook and Springwoods owe you a big thank you. Everybody in the community does, man. Congrats on winning the first one. And that's it. Anything else you want to say to the people?
Not really, other than that they should really come to that fun run.
Yes.
It's
fun
extremely
run.
fun.
March 26th, 10 o'clock. We're going to put the links up. Make sure you go register. Adults and kids, everybody's allowed. We love to see everybody there, especially if you're an alumni and you went to prom. Make sure you come, have some fun, and, you know, you'll help out these kids have a prom. So, Isaiah, thanks so much for being here. Appreciate you, man.
Of course.